Greetings everyone, it's Jack K, and welcome for some more XG as the volume gets even louder than it was in the last part where I supposedly toned it down. You say you come from Pyrite. When I was young, I often battled in the town squares. It brings back memories. Sure thing, fun old man. Didn't know that you're the ragtag street type. Guess it goes to show you can never judge someone by their age. Oh, I'm thinking of something later. Anyways, last time, I was all set to progress the plot, but ended up doing literally everything else in the one moment where I actually have time to record. Oh, have I seen a TV cameraman and a reporter? Not me, I'm not interested in that sort of stuff. Yeah, weren't they heading this way in the first place? Sorry kid, we're not open today. Shops need tallies too, if you say so. They never really seem close in the Pokemon world, but... Wait, you aren't... Food for thought. Maybe the American industry should take notes. The leader is Jesse, he's very skilled and great person. Everyone looks up to him. Oh yeah, we gotta warn him that the town's gonna get taken over. Jesse? Hi, this is Pre-Gym. Actually, his real name is Presage Precept Center, but everyone calls it Pre-Gym. Fun little trivia for y'all. I'm Jesse. I am the leader of this Presage Precept Center. Things are too hectic, so all battles here are canceled. Can I help you with anything? Huh, what's that? Saber's gonna attack the town and you came to warn the mayor? I sure didn't dream this all up. Well, things seem pretty peaceful around here. Not sure why things would be too hectic not to have some good old friendly battling. It's weird. Our teacher says if you listen to the music for long enough, you can hear sounds that are familiar to an indie game release that didn't become popular until several years after its release. Oh hello, you didn't my class? I'm glad you hear this. Pokemon are just tools for battling. Use them wisely and destroy your opponents without mercy. Something is very wrong. Pokemon would never admit that Pokemon battles are just used for fun and profit. They would get sued by the Pokemon Company if they do that. Speaking of which, it seems like it would be an area that would be perfect for a little... something. Like a little chest or something. I mean, we do got this area back here. TM01. Why do I feel like it's going to be Focus Punch? I should know that not to trust any previous judgment. Case in point. I mean, we could potentially do some crazy stuff with this because... Priority Tailwind? Problem is that Moose... It's the same problem I had with, like, considering teaching Aerial Ace. This move pool is just way too solid as is. Like, Ruse would be my first option, but I specifically thought that because this is like healing as good as an item without expending the item. As TMs, we can learn them at any time and relearn them at any time. Just something to keep in the back burner if we come across a tough fight and need a little extra oomph in our strategy or whatever. The mayor's gone now. Who knows when he'll decide to come back. Oh, house sitting is so deadly dull, so boring. Then in that case, no one's gonna mind if There's no going up there, I'm so bored. If there were some music, it might make things less boring. Players would be a device for playing music software. Worth keeping in mind for later. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong here. But I already made the joke. Isn't this one fine town? We'll be living here for a long time, I figure. Isn't it awesome, right, Absol? I mean, obviously everything looks different than what I remember, but then again... Quite a bit of time has happened between Coliseum and XD. Things can change. I wish there'd be more hospital, but my wife's gone out and hasn't come back yet. I'm just looking for a little rest. Feel free to take a snooze right in that bed there. If you're bored, you can listen to tunes. I think there's something there. How convenient. We're talking about how we could use some music. Hey, Taylor Swift! It's your artist! It's popular among youth, but not what old man like me enjoys. Something tells me this was made by someone who grew up around the same time frame I did. And the mod wasn't made with the younger generation in mind. I know shoot, I almost said Taylor Swift. I know Taylor Swift is still around, but surely there's like some big pop star sensation that's kind of taken over her place. But then again, I do not keep up with music at all. So, I never would really know who's in and out the music charts and all that, even back when I was a kid. So, regardless, we got what we're looking for, so we might as well try to implement it into something, don't you say? No, I am not devoiding myself through the bottom of my mind, trying to find an Among Us joke. No! Oh, you cheapsake. I find it might be fun seeing really this boringness. I swear I remembered that you could just put the music right into the device here without giving it to her. But maybe that's just a weird memory. Sure. I was trying to put it in there myself anyways. God. Why that song of all things? Couldn't you, like, have some taste and enjoy, like, one of her country classics or something? I'm both relieved and disappointed that it's not actually Taylor Swift music. There's just all this hype and just... all this hype building up over this Taylor Swift music, and yet it's the same thing as before. But then again, if it was Taylor Swift music, then YouTube would be very, very angry. Heck, I can't even post a Taylor Swift parody on Twitter without the site getting very, very angry at me. That's a callback. And as we're gonna find out why she was so certain of not letting us actually come up here. Well, I might be jumping up ahead a little bit. There's bad trouble brewing. Of all places, our Panic City is now the target of Cypher. Already, Cypher's members are secretly taking place of prominent members of our community. Something that's done, the city will be taken over by Cypher without anyone knowing what's happened. I must turn for your help. We need your abilities to overcome this crisis facing our city. You as the leader of the Percept Center should be able to do something. And I'm also noticed that no one wants to say pre-gym in this mod for whatever reason. Yeah, they clearly didn't want this letter being sent. But why not just burn the letter or something? Oh. Hi, ma'am. I'm not up to anything sus. Why you ask? Oh my god, she was an imposter the entire time. I think it's impossible. We all knew that it was going to boil down to this. We all knew that it was impossible to stop the inevitable. Anything that came out after that game's release is just doom that talks about impersonating people and taking over things. Is impossible not to make the meme. Shadow Gramble is kind of interesting to start off with. Okay, yeah. I'm not going crazy, right? Wait, what's your ability model? Wow, because I could have sworn it was Intimidate. Oh, it's huge power. I was gonna say, why didn't we just sit for like 20 minutes of animation? It's unfortunate that we got Intimidated right in time to unlock this. We even have the Pixie Plate still equipped. We'll make it work out though. Yeah, that's the thing! We have Drought for an ability already, but they give us Sunny Day as one of our moves. I guess I did say I wanted to try out the Shell Smack on Torkoal, so I guess now's a good time as any. Oh no, my Dosha Berry. Really hope I get that back? You fool. You utter fool. Oh, that's right, it has that side effect. Come on. I was gonna say, if it didn't at least KO, then my it seemed like the whole world was against me to try to make Mawile useless. Alright, so withdraw animation. Attack, special attack go up, speed go up, but the defense is dropped. So it is Shell Smash. Interesting. God. Just what I need. More Intimidates. Well, surely at this point, my attack is Dilly Squat. Well, and actually I could at least go for Flamethrower, get around the whole... with my whole attack stat being bullied to death. What a perfect time to take a drink. That drink almost left my mouth the moment that that happened. It's like they're actually trying to beat me or something. Oh! Well, they had to have made that custom made for the mod, because Rattle didn't exist in the Shadow Pokemon games. Like, it makes perfect sense, but I did not see it coming. Alright. You know, I don't know if it looked like we went through intimidating animations, but I'm not quite sure. At this point, it feels like our attack stat has been so butchered that it's gonna be impossible to actually take this thing out. You know, I'm probably gonna faint this turn anyway, so what's the point of swapping around? Especially if that happens. Well, Torkoal, at least I got to see your moves. And that's the main reason you're on the party. So that's fine and dandy. God, am I even gonna have an attack stat left to use after all this? I'm surprised I'm just like doing negative damage at this point. Alright, who to bring out? You know what? It's Golbat. It's go time, Congenerate. Well, it worked well the first time, so let's go for that again. Tempted to go for... Actually, maybe I could whittle it down with Discharge, but... You know, I didn't hurt myself. This is a safer play anyways. You know what? I am really missing Flygon. Like, Flygon is probably one of my more favorite Gen 3 Pokemon, and it's kind of a staple for XD and Coliseum runs, considering my entire love for the Flygon line came from Pokemon Coliseum in of itself. Wait, how did I... Maybe it was from Metal Claw or something, but I was not expecting my attack to go back up. It actually makes this whole whittling down and trying to catch this thing a little more awkward. But yeah, I was thinking about Flygon because, like, it'd be perfect for this team. Like, it's a ground type, so it'd be immune to Discharge, but it's also got Levitate, so we could, like, have some fun with Earthquake users. Just feels like it'd be perfect for this game. The only reason I wouldn't use it is because I probably used Flygon so many times already that I really should spice things up and expand my horizons. Now might be a good time to bring up that I'm really gonna try to start pushing not soft resetting every time we miss one, because the game has a mechanic to improve. Trying to catch shadow Pokemon you missed from, at least compared to how it worked in Pokemon Coliseum, and it would be nice to show off that feature at least once. I'm not, of course not going to go on my way to intentionally knock out a shadow Pokemon. Wait! Oh, speaking of not going on my way intentionally to try to catch a shadow Pokemon, this Great Ball better work. I went for Discharge because it's like, it's a ground type! It'll be immune to this! Why the heck did I think Grand Ball was a ground type? It's only been around for... Where are we up to? Gen 9? It's only been around for like frickin' 7 generations. How do I forget what type it is in the middle of a battle when I just attacked it with an electric move like a couple turns ago? Oh, brother. Well, anyways, there's a plot twist. There's an imposter among us. And not just that lady. He's an imposter too. Ugh. Gavin was an imposter, apparently. Wait, are they really gonna give us Shadow Magmar this early on? Like, that was like a very late game Shadow Pokemon in XD. And yet, there it is. Like, I forgot this is the point where we start getting Shadow Pokemon. What else would it be? The Magmar? I don't think this will hurt too bad. Maybe just go for this and see how much chip damage it does. Oh, that hurt Mallow a bit more than I was expecting it to. And of course it gets the paralyzation off. Can I at least get off on the Magmar? No? Really? I just realized I went for a play rough as well. First time we're seeing this in action, at least. Yeah, and I kind of wish she would have at least taken out the Metal because I don't know if it's gonna survive this hit, even with being resisted. Nope. Well, I guess we got our candidate for Shadow Pokemon that we're gonna wait to get for later. I was just talking about how we needed one of those. The best part is that it's all my fault. I got a freaking pixie plate on this thing and everything. Why did I think that wouldn't be just a complete another train wreck? This is probably overkill, but considering how this fight's gone so far, better safe than sorry. You know, maybe I'll just snag the Milk Tank to compensate for missing out on the Shadow Pokemon. Surely the game doesn't have some sort of option to stop my morally gray area. It does. Of course it does. It's a Pokemon game. They can't let you be too evil now. There's a little lore of how that works, but that might be more fitting to go into another time. Kinda doubt I'll remember, but I'm gonna put a pin on it anyways. Hopefully I just don't lose the pin in the laundry or something. Magmar fled somewhere. Wherever could it be? Alright, the sus never ends. We are all Justy, we are. People all look up to us, for we are the Justy gang. Count off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it, perfect. When we all look this much alike, even I, your own brother, can't tell any of us apart. Everyone knows why we're here. Our job is to confound any enemies that stumble upon us. We'll scare and deflect attention away from the pre-gym. If my plan works, we may be in line for an admin position. Maybe! Brothers, may you undertake your orders with pride and diligence. To your positions! So, I think it's safe to say the general rule of if they're all sus, then they're all imposters. We've already broken Among Us rules of 2 imposters a game a long time, right at the beginning. That being said, though, the temptation to humor them is still kind of in my sights. Oh, I've seen that kid before. Wasn't it the Desert Lab? Huh? Who are you talking about? You're Justy, the pre-gym gym leader. This is the first time we've met in our entire lives. Hi there, I'm Justy, and I brawl for justice. If advice you need, I'm here for you, my friend. Oh hey, guess what? Cypher is taking over the pre-gym. Justy, you better do something with your awesome battle skills to save the day from imposters. Huh? A lab in the desert, you say? I don't have the faintest idea. Yeah, I know, right? Why would you be at a desert, Justy? Your people need you. Oh my god, it was an imposter. I'm having way too much fun with this joke for my own good. So hey, not that you... If it wasn't enough that you had unlimited chances back at the desert when we were rescuing Professor Crane to get the shadow Pokemon off these lunatics. I'm trying to say lunatics and losers in the same sentence because I thought it'd be funny, but then I butchered my own joke. That seems to be a trend today though, so let's just roll with it. If that all wasn't enough, then you can just come on over and beat the stuffings out of them and take your shadow Pokemon from them here. Don't worry, when this is all said and done, they will go back to where they were, at least eventually, so you're never truly gonna miss out on their shadow Pokemon, despite the fact that these 6 are the only ones that actually follow this whole particular gimmick. Things like that Magmar, we're gonna have to get another way. Right. I'm trying to fight fire types with a steel type. I kind of forgot about that because I was so encased in shadow. How close are you to being purified anyways? Close enough. You know, it's been a hot minute since Ellie's gotten any chance to shine. I would go for Shell Smash, but I'm probably gonna have to swap Torkoal out soon anyways. Because otherwise, our little fire friend's gonna be in for a bad time. But why waste 2 turns swapping when I could just answer off now? Alrighty, Townswift. Time to get out there and do what you do best. Nothing! And let your teammates do all the work. An Earthquake? What do you think we're playing? A vanilla Pokemon game? They're not gonna give us Earthquake this soon. We're gonna just wipe the floor with them with Bulldills instead. And got literally nothing from that fight. But I think I kinda have the itching to fight all the other not Justlies anyways. I mean, that is a good chunk of money and we could probably use that if nothing else. Don't you forget this. Run away! So I think this is a good point to end off as any. Just gotta rest up, because we got a little bit more roughed up than you might think from a single Pokemon battle. And I know we gotta go warn Justy and all that, but we can have imposters taking up his good name. So why don't we do something about that? Who knows? Maybe I'm just jumping to conclusions. What? Just because one of them was fake, maybe the real Jesse is working with them as well. Oh, I forgot they also bought. I forgot they also dropped battle CDs. That's the real reason to fight them. I'm not as driven to collect all the battle CDs, considering they don't work in XG, but I'll take any excuse to wipe a new face on these fools. See y'all later.